Anthony Smith released a statement on his TKO loss to Khalil Roundtree last night. Smith posted this to his Instagram. He wrote, "Congrats to Khalil and his team. Hell of a performance. You deserve it. Sorry to everyone who supports me. I gave it my all. Sometimes that's not enough." Khalil Roundtree at the post-fight press conference called out Alex Pereira.
Don't ever call people out. You guys, I don't think you guys have any record of me ever calling anybody out. But in my mind, knowing that if I beat Anthony Smith, that would get me into the top 10. And I know that the way that the rankings kind of work, if I fought and I'm just 12, or I just know that, like, I have to be in the top 10 to even be worthy of fighting for a title. Now, when I look at, say I get number 10, say they put me at number 10 and not 8 where Anthony was. Okay, so from 9 up, in my opinion, and I think in the fans' opinion, the most exciting fight would be me versus Pereira. And, you know, that's just what I've seen from, like, comments, things like that. After Alex's win, I got flooded with, like, people tagging me and things, and I'm like, I think it makes sense. Two dynamic strikers, powerful strikers. I don't plan to shoot any takedowns. I don't think I've ever shot for a takedown in my career. I don't think that he's necessarily going to shoot for any takedowns because the guy's a warrior. So then you have two explosive, dynamic. Now me being in the top 10, it just, you know, in my mind, it's just like career, it makes sense. You know what I mean? And I'm putting in the work every day and I'm prepared for anything, you know? I'm not saying like, this is what I want now, give it to me now. But I think that it would make sense. And that's kind of where I stand, you know?
Here was Michael Bisping's live reaction to Anthony Smith getting TKO'd by Khalil Roundtree.
What do you mean? He's done?
Did you watch? Are you caught up?
I'm on 4 minutes 17 of the third round.
The fight is over. The fight is over, boys. He got TKO'd.
All right, well, you just shut up a second because I haven't seen it. And we know, oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, it's over for sure.
Conor McGregor and Petr Yan had the most random face-off ever yesterday. This took place at the IBA Night of Champions event in Dubai. Islam Makhachev was also in the building last night and sitting right across from Conor. Surprisingly, nothing happened between the two. Michael Chandler reacted to the face-off between Conor and Petr. On X, Chandler said looking for a 135er or preferably a 125er to face off with on camera at an obscure event. Any takers? I need relevancy. Michael Bisping explains why Ian Garry is being his own worst enemy right now. Bisping thinks Ian should properly address the recent drama before going into the UFC 296 fight week.
He's successful. You know, I don't know his financial situation, but I'm sure it's pretty good, you know. And again, I don't want to talk. I just don't like talking about it simply because, you know, I work for the UFC. I see him around. I met him down in Brazil recently. It was great. So I don't want to pass judgment. But I do agree with what you're saying. You know, and when you're stable, you're successful, he's young, he's good looking, you know, he's charismatic, he talks well, you know, he is kind of being his own worst enemy right now. And I understand to a certain degree turning off the comments on his Instagram and all the rest of it because people are just going to come out with shit and you'd rather not see that. And he's trying to focus on the fight, you know. I think he should address it. Coming up to the fight though, I think he should. I think he'd probably do himself a favor by coming out and just say, hey, listen, I know what you're all going to ask about. I know what you're all probably thinking. Here's what I'm going to say about it. I'm going to say about this. This is my private life. This is my woman. She's the mother of my child. And then let's just leave it there. And if you guys don't like it, you don't like it. But we do. And we're very happy. But I understand what you're saying. Him reacting to such a fever pitch every time and trying to fight Sean Strickland. I mean, Sean Strickland ain't putting on an act. Sean Strickland, you know, Sean Strickland will not around, and you will find out.
Colby Covington labels Leon Edwards as a cheater. He says that Leon makes Kamaru Usman look like a saint. On the All Out Fighting YouTube channel, Colby said, as a fighter, Leon Scott is the biggest cheater the sport's ever known. I thought Marty Usman was a cheater. Man, this guy makes Marty look like a freaking saint. Leon is a cheater. He's poking people in the eyes, kicking people in the nuts, he's grabbing the fence. I mean, the guy's the biggest cheater the sport's ever seen. And that's the only way I was able to prepare for him. Just prepare for all the cheating he's going to do. Robert Whittaker gives his take on Kelvin Gastelum's recent unsuccessful return to the welterweight division. Kelvin fought Sean Brady earlier this month and lost via submission in the 3rd round. Rob says he himself could never ever go back to welterweight.
There is no way I would do it or make it. It just wouldn't happen. So I can imagine him, really having to starve himself and not do weights to try and keep the muscle up, try to lose some of that. Like, it would have taken a lot of work to get back down to the weight limit. Yeah. So maybe that was one of the reasons why we saw such a poor showing. Yeah, Sean did look huge.
Yeah.
But Sean Brady he's a good grappler. That's what he does. He likes grappling. He likes wrestling. He gets in there, he kind of just wears you out, makes it a dogfight. And he did that to Kelvin. He took him in the deep waters and Kelvin had no answer for it.
Yeah.
I can only attest it to attribute it to the weight cut. Like I said, I can't imagine what it'll be like going from middleweight to welterweight. The idea for me to do it, not happening.
Fair.
And he did it, so...
Yeah.
Mate, I don't know. I don't know what he does from here because, if it was a weight cut thing, it's going to be hell from now till the next fight.
Yeah.
Right? Because, he can't just go back and put it on size. He's, I don't know. I don't know. When you see fighters go down a division, it generally doesn't end well.
Henry Cejudo versus Merab Dvalishvili has been agreed to for UFC 298.
So the cat is officially out in the bag. Yep, that's right. I'm going to be fighting Merab Dvalishvili, if I'm even pronouncing it right, on February 17th, UFC 298. I mean, we all saw this stuff coming. I mean, this fight's going to decide who's actually going to fight for the eventual winner of Chito Vera versus Sean O'Malley.
Merab also confirmed the fight. He reposted the fight poster to his Instagram. Who do you guys got for this one? Post your predictions in the comments. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one says, apologies to the world for Ian Garry on behalf of Ireland. The second one says, we're absolutely going to hound Ian Machado about that. It's his wife's words, her actions. We're just putting them out there for the world in a different way. There is no argument. Ian f***ed up his lifetime, and we're absolutely going to use and abuse that. He has nobody to blame other than himself. That's it. And the final one says, Ian Garry saying he just put Magny's words and actions out there to the world, but in a different way. It's just peak irony while he threatens lawsuits. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.